All right, welcome back. I don't know what week it is, but here we are. You can see. Um, well, here I just continue. Let's go in. So basically, after Monday or on Sunday, um, really this whole week I've just since Tuesday I've been holding the same thing, which has been neutral up until now. But the what happened, which was actually really big this week, was that on Monday, my idea was to kind of like the past three times around there, it's always recovered after it's dipped quite a bit, overall market. So I just decided, okay, let's just rebuy, right? And then I rebought, and then basically Monday just complete crashed. It come like after Friday, which went negative. So Monday just hit again. I'm like, oh well, then that just kind of just proves that there's going to be a longer term view here that's not going to be so great. And I did well in leaving that and going back into what I was normally in, because then afterwards, on Thursday, now SPY is almost 0% year to date. So it's fallen quite a bit from its peak, and now right here, it's kind of this. I said it here before, but I mean, this, I really was not expecting money to keep on falling. I really wasn't, and it did. So now that the unexpected has happened, the unexpected will probably continue. So I'm kind of just right now just holding. My idea is to hold the same thing up until March, end of March, and I think by then, end of March, we could see SPY -5%. That could be possible, and then if it's -5%, we'll actually probably be very close to it, or actually um, um, overperforming it, right? So yeah. So this week was a little better than last week, but still quite a lot negative. And this is really all just because of Monday. Monday just messed it all over. So here in comparison to Nasdaq, Nasdaq has been sliding quite a lot, and my idea is that this trend will continue. We might see some rebounds in there, and but in the next month, I'm probably expecting Nasdaq to be around this level minimum. And then if it's around this level, we'll most likely be around here, and then it's quite possible that we might be overperforming. Here's how Nasdaq actually lost 6% this week, which is a lot. Over here, -3.4, my bad. We lost -5.9, which is a lot, and then Nasdaq lost -3.4, and we only outperformed one day, so not great. And then over here you can see Nasdaq. We basically overall days slightly decreased, and you can see we're almost hitting -20. I think this is actually most likely going to be the low. Um, we'll see how it continues, but Nasdaq, to be honest, hasn't been doing too well. It's only 1.3% overall, which is quite bad. That is not good. So I mean, finally it's coming. It's been a while. S&P hasn't slid as much, right? But it's still kind of going there in the same direction overall. The week percent, it did -1, and we outperformed one day. And then here you can see slightly decreased. And the S&P is quite a bit more on top of Nasdaq right now, 3.2. So that's quite a bit. However, you can have one bad day, -2, and then later on in the week get a -1, and then you'll probably be close around 1 to 0%. So over here we got Dow Jones. Dow Jones is actually doing surprisingly a lot better. It didn't go negative this week, which is impressive. It actually gained 1%, but we did outperform 2 of the 5 days. So over here you can see Dow Jones is the highest right now, so that's quite interesting. Yeah. And then here you got comparison to all. So right here you have Nasdaq, which is the lowest, then SPY, then Dow Jones, and then us. So my idea is that this will slowly keep on falling in the next month or so, and then this will slowly go up and then try to converge at some middle point, right? But we'll see. Over here you can see it was quite a big gain, and then there's some losses here, but I mean it was quite neutral overall in the whole week, except on Monday. So Monday it was, I don't know, quite unexpected, and if I would have held the same positions, I'd be a lot more down. So that once you recognize the changes, you gotta switch. Over here you can see, so Thursday was a really good day, and then if I would have held on to the same stuff that I've been holding on now on Monday, we would have gained quite a bit too. So it's kind of just I'm gonna hold it right now, and we'll see how that goes. So we're just gonna keep on holding. If I gain a lot in one day, then I'll probably sell it and then maybe rebuy a little bit later. But the idea is to just have only that ETF. I'm only gonna be using one for this last month, and try to just recover as much as possible. But yeah, I mean, most of the days, were quite similar to the overall indices, but it was okay. You can see red has increased quite a bit. This decreased too. And then here we have so our gains actually increased quite a bit, but then our losses increased. And then our standard deviation did increase. For SPY though, the gains barely increased and the losses did increase by quite a bit more. So that's interesting. And then the standard deviation also increased to quite a bit. So you can see right now it's actually exactly at 1. And then so we're doing quite better. The ratios are still good, so that's good. Over here, so we're right now negative 1.9. We can be losing negative 2.8. Now I don't want to be there. Or we could be, for gains, we could be gaining a lot less. So 1.9 right now, we're at 2.8. So, it's okay. So you can see the difference actually increased from last week, so that's good. And our standard deviation is also decreasing the ratio. Last week it started to decrease, and now we're decreasing quite a bit more. So that's what I'm hoping to keep on doing. And then transactions barely or decreased. This bit the same. And then here we have the overall return, so around -5. So that was basically just on Monday. Monday was quite a big crash. So I mean, we'll see how it keeps on moving, but yeah, I think that my main idea right now is just to hold it and see. My goal right now is probably going to be around -10% around there, -10, -5, and then we'll see. Like if we're there, depends where we are when we hit that, and how much time there's left, and then kind of just keep on adapting to what resources I have and performance and time left. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping next week to finally have a winning week. That's what I'm hoping for. It's possible. This week we're on -17, and then kind of rebounded back to -19 on Friday. So we could be seeing maybe -15 this coming week, but that would be quite good. And then kind of slowly increasing from there, and if SPY is falling and we're increasing, then it's going to be easier to close the gap. So yeah, thank you for watching, and see you next week. Bye.